Good afternoon, it's me, Violetta, and today we will be looking to the Epstein. I don't know the questions, but Leszek has a nice day for his mom. He finished his video and he opened different channel. It's called now Leszek's Reactions, and the video is about Mitch McConnell.
That's right. But today's big story is Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
So he apparently committed suicide in prison. The first question is, did Jeffrey Epstein commit suicide?
I see him laying in the hammock. I don't think he thought that he has to do it, suicide. He was still waiting for something to happen. He was withdrawing himself and relaxing. In the hammock, you don't feel about suicide. Laying in the hammock. And to me, he is not the suicidal type. Sorry. I know I'm disappointing people probably by saying that some people are taking responsibilities and they will feel suicidal. And he still thought that he has such a big, wide shoulders, so many connections. He was laying in a hammock. We will learn one day or we will never learn.
So you feel that he was relaxed?
He was relaxed. He talked yesterday with his lawyers, as every day he was talking, apparently.
Can you pull some cards? I'd like to know more on this question.
Yeah. My grandfather survived Auschwitz. Some people are not in the worst scenarios. They are never thinking about suicide. They still have the fight in them. He wouldn't be who he was if he was not a natural born fighter.
How many millions of people died in Auschwitz?
Over 6 million.
And
my grandfather was one of the first 114,000. So he has a really low number.
So he stayed there throughout
whole thing, and when they were landing on the train, they ask who is a doctor, who is optometrist, who is this, who is that. Eventually they ask who is a shoemaker, whatever. They were asking questions, and he thought he was quite rich, so he didn't have those jobs, but he knew that there were people who were putting bricks in his house, so he pulled his hands. They chose other guys. Eventually they asked who his machinist, and he thought, I will go for it. He didn't know how to do, but he learned how to do tools, and he survived Auschwitz, and he said it was good because he was inside the building.
Oh, wow.
And
well, we're getting sidetracked here.
Yeah, but I'm saying some people will always have that belief that they will survive.
Well, that's kind of what I thought too, because I mean, Epstein.
I'm not a psychologist, but I think
he was able to, make a lot of money in his life, so he was able to achieve a lot of success. So that's something that would always stay with him, thinking in the back of his head, well, I pulled myself up once, I can do it again.
And he must be very people-friendly.
And he has probably a lot of blackmail on people.
Yeah, but
he was supplying girls to all these.
Still was probably very much a charmer. We have to understand that part of his brain, that he knew how to charm people. Okay. So cut the cards, please.
All right.
And this will be the message from the universe. Now I'm spreading the cards on the table. I want you to help me, but instead of holding, count to 3.
1,
Did Epstein commit suicide?
2, 3.
No. Oh my gosh, he's screaming at me. It's like a ghost. No.
What did you see?
A ghost and screaming, no.
What did the ghost look like?
Just see-through white pink. Taking chances. So I think he was more prominent to take chances than not to take chances in his life. He was very, very strong as a person. Of course, it changed his life, and it was a shaky tower. But 3 more.
1, 2,
Because that we know that it was,
3.
I pull 4. Well, he knew he still has a lot of friends. They are like his family. Dysfunctional, but family. He thought he will celebrate the life. He thought that he will have a reason to celebrate. Of course, they were guilty with him, the devil thinks. There was so much dirt on them and on himself. He thought that he will pretend to be sick, but that was his way of dealing. To me, it's usually a doctor or lover. But he thought that he can
Pretend?
he will say, make me that I have a heart problem or some problem, so he will eventually get some easier thing in his life. He thought that he can cheat the system. He always felt like he can cheat.
You know what this, because there was an email from one of the viewers, so thank you. I forget whose name it was, but there's a conspiracy that there was a blackout in New York like a week or 2 ago, and they believe, well, there's a conspiracy that says he changed himself for a body double, so somebody else took his place during this blackout. This was all kind of put together by the people in power, and he's out free now, and they killed his body double. Is that possible? It's far-fetched, but like what you're saying, you're seeing him on a hammock, and you're seeing that he was going to fake being sick, so like it just made me think of that.
And he didn't commit a suicide because the ghost is telling me that no, he didn't kill himself.
Is he dead? Let's ask that question. Is Epstein dead? Okay.
I see a rolling thing, like you are painting paints, walls. You have that roller in the paint. How to explain that one? And
you use paint to cover things up, right?
Yeah.
So it's a cover-up. But is he dead?
And that's what I see.
Yeah.
Yellow paint with the yellow flowers tin.
Yeah.
And paint. And paint is for covering up. Yeah, because you can cover different colors. It will be hard because yellow is, if you have a dark walls, it will be hard, but it's possible to cover up.
Because what other vision would you? Okay, so
is he dead?
I already cut them.
This one's I started again.
Okay, so is Epstein dead?
I didn't knew that you would be doing the more.
I think I saw that card.
That's okay.
I know, but it's interesting to go, like, it's interesting that you pull that card for this question because it makes you think.
Okay.
1.
Yeah.
2. 3.
Dragonfly. Flying dragon. Kill me. I don't understand. He is dead. It's him. The judgment. He was sent to the higher authorities. They were afraid that he might start talking, that he might not be able to. So they thought the grass would be greener for him on another side. And so many people leaned on him for his keeping his mouth shut.
So there was a lot of people involved in the murder?
Yeah. There was other people who probably wanted him to go. So I don't think he had any bodyguard, body double, but it is that they had to kill him to send him to.
Well, Bill Clinton went to Epstein's Island to the
about 20 few times. But he was flying in his plane, and those dirty things were going on the plane about 20 times.
Okay. So was Bill Clinton or Hillary Clinton involved in the murder of Jeffrey Epstein?
But it will show that they are not, because they will use other people.
But if they're involved, if they know about it, then that's what I want to know.
Okay. My husband once was a kid and he lost money that his mother gave him to buy a hat. He went and he was gambling with people who were moving those cups.
Yeah.
So many moving cups, he was all the time losing money and he was so upset. So he was betting and betting and betting. We will never know which cup.
What did you see?
These cups, like people were doing those juggling with cups.
Yeah.
You can't really put a lid where the money is under those cups because they are moving. You know what I'm talking, that magic kind of, they are, and you don't know which one. So there is not only Clinton involved.
Yeah.
There is few other players, and who knows who was the guilty party.
Well, I understand that we'll never find out who it was, because clearly this is
and I said that would be a probably
cover-up. But I'd like to know if they knew, if they were aware that this was going to happen.
Around the table of people with some hoodies debating. So it is like some society of people who decided that he has to be gone. With those hoodies.
Yeah.
I don't know who those people are, but they are making decisions.
They can block you from seeing them?
It is like they have the hoodies, so they are not even knowing who next to them is sitting. Somehow it's like black society.
What about Trump? Was Trump involved in Jeffrey Epstein's murder? Did he know that it was going to happen?
Again, he is probably one of those people. Because the flies are going to the body. So many flies are attracted by the smell of the died body, and they are sweeping around. So how to explain this? But when the body is laying on the ground in the forest, so many flies are coming, and I see that as an answer. So he might be one of them who there must be some black society. You don't pull us in that path of them.
Okay. I don't think they'll care. If they haven't cared by now, they won't. Can you pull 3 cards for if Donald Trump was involved and 3 for Hillary Clinton? I'd like to see who is more involved in this.
Okay.
Or if they're on the same level. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay, 3 for Trump.
Yeah, because I know Jeffrey would get his girls from Mar-a-Lago.
3 for Trump. It's not Hillary, it's Clinton, yeah. And 3 for Clinton. Well, we have to tell you the Clinton side is much
Can
stronger.
you show that?
That's first I will show for the Trump. He was sleeping on it. Surprise, so we might learn, and that was his goal as well, his plans. And Clinton, it was his dream to come true. He was very angry because that black book was showing that he was traveling so many times. And even Hillary was probably aware of those things going on.
So what was the first card for Clinton?
For Clinton, the first one was fulfilling his dreams.
So he had a hand in this?
He had, and the King of Swords, so he might have someone who was...
Really?
And Hillary. They both were... They are very much connected as partners. They know about each other's dirty laundry.
What about who's Trump's? What's that guy that's in charge of the Justice Department?
Barr?
Yeah, William Barr. So William Barr's father was friends with Epstein.
Yeah, and he lost his job probably because of him.
Was William Barr involved in...
1 second, I have to shuffle.
In keeping the secrets in Epstein's murder.
I will pull just by myself. Part-time, and I saw a cookie jar. Someone is putting the hand in the cookie jar when you ask about William Barr. So he has access to the cookie jar.
So he's part of the... He's partly to blame for stealing the cookies.
Yeah, or getting to the cookie jar for yeah, he belongs to that family. He was not the one who did this, but he has some part-time involvement into it. And the third card. Because he is afraid the sun will not shine on him, so he wants to have a good outcome for himself.
Did William Barr organize this?
People were leaning on him for that decision. He had the biggest access to it. He was behind that, organizing everything. Angel of work and excitement. And he thought that the grass is greener without Epstein.
Those are the same card, yeah.
But I was shuffling. You have to.
I think two of them were the same.
Yeah, but they are coming back sometimes. I'm not.
That's
not
interesting. So William Barr's the guy that's behind this.
Yes.
It would have to go through him, wouldn't it?
Through him, and why Epstein didn't get the full observe if he was apparently, but he said that he was beat up. Epstein was saying CNN, and we checked that on YouTube. Not on YouTube.
Yeah,
on
he was
Google.
either suicidal or he got beat up.
He said that he was beat up. Why they were not observing him all the time? They knew he is...
He's a special witness with so much valuable information.
Yeah.
They should have had two guards at his...
El Paso was hold all the time on the cameras so he wouldn't run away.
Yeah.
They didn't have that on Epstein 2 weeks after he was beat up or committed or tried to commit a
It's very fishy, yeah.
It's extremely fishy. So, and he was behind the bars.
Well, they would need someone...
I'm just saying behind
They would need someone to put the right people in charge of Epstein. Do you know what I mean? Like they'd have to have someone high up to choose what part of the prison Epstein would be in, who would be his guards, and
before he was when he
who
was
would do the investigation after the
before
death.
he was in a cell with the policeman who apparently was sleeping and didn't hear when Epstein was beat up.
Okay. So what are they trying to cover up? Like they're afraid that he was going to come up with something. What was it?
All right. I'm putting those cards between. I'm not trying to pull the same ones. What they want to cover up?
Yeah.
Oh, nesting tables.
Nesting tables?
Nesting tables, you pull them. There are 3 under 1. So it is like...
Or you can make a table bigger.
Well, you know what is nesting table?
No clue.
We had so many in the store. There is a table. Underneath you pull it and it's another table, and the third one is smaller.
Oh, okay.
So when you don't want to see them, you pull them together, you don't see them. But when you will pull it, there will be more and more people to investigate. Because it will be like a nest of those people.
So they thought if his trial would
go through it, because today they
people
said
would get sucked into it.
The criminal investigation is over when he died. It's only those women who need to prove that they can fight for his estate, for compensation for being abused. But the criminal story is done. It's over.
Huh.
So it is something really fishy. So what was the question?
It's sounding more and more like Trump. Like, I know you said that it was Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton, Trump, Barr, they all are the nesting tables kind of poet. People were afraid that Epstein can backstab them. So if he will come and start talking, they will go to the prisons. And that will be a surprise for all of us. How many more people will be? We know only about Dershowitz, but so many other people are in that. Lolita Express was traveling. It's not only Clinton.
Can you... This is kind of like a really dark question.
Oh my gosh.
You don't have to do this, but can you reach his spirit?
Just high.
So he should be floating pretty close, right?
Okay.
Is there anything he wants to tell people?
He is from the underground. It's like quite a few floors underground already, and he's telling me, check all the documents. Don't let any document to be lost. There is so much documents on his piles.
But Barr has access to who sees those documents.
That's what Epstein is telling me. Make sure you have control over the documents.
And Barr just said he was launching a big investigation, so he's going to have control over
that.
Everything.
Everything. And
will the truth ever come out about who killed Epstein?
Those boys who are riding on those rollerblades, up and down, up and down. You can pull, you think, oh, they will be jumping out. No, they will pull them up, down, and pull them up. The gravity.
So yeah.
So
a skateboard ramp.
Yeah, that will be like that. We will think, oh, we are catching that truth, when it's coming to the surface, no, it will be pulled down, and that's what I see, and I think that that's understandable. That we will be pulling our eyes, but I don't think we will know the truth in our lifetime.
Did Epstein leave anything in case he died prematurely, that something was going to come out? He must have known that his life was at risk. So does he have a safety precaution where something will show up at the New York Times or
aiming with a laser? The gun with a laser, aiming, and it's a red light. You can aim something, but you will have to know where to look and where to look for it, because you will have to aim the right target to find it. And I think Barr is the one who has the ability to know before us. And okay, I'm tired. Do you have any other questions?
No, that's it.
Oh, thanks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your comments. And it was brainwashing. Oh, do you have someone that donated?
You've never said you were tired before. Is it because you're trying to contact him, or what?
It is very drainy subject.
I'm a little lightheaded too. I just want to say thank you to Linda Pruitt for her donation.
Thank you so much, Linda. People like you are making this channel to operate, and it costs us sometimes some things, but
okay. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And watch my latest video at Leszek's reaction.
Yeah, it's about
Mitch McConnell.
No, but I wanted to say Grandma Mitch or Moscow Mitch. Okay, thank you so much. I just would like to add one, and now I understand what the laser with the point means. There is a person who knows the truth, but it's afraid that it will be shot. Because people who are hunters, sometimes they have that, especially the people who are...
He'll be assassinated.
Assassinating people, and that person will be afraid for its own life. Because Leszek said, everything was okay, I just don't understand the last answer. Sometimes it's so hard to understand your own visions.
I'm just surprised that you got tired. I've never seen you get tired during a reading before.
Yeah, but that's okay.
But I never asked you a dark thing to go see
not always that
a spirit that you know is going in one direction.
Yeah, and it's going down. So many floors under.
Okay, that's it.
That's in the hell. That's his place. Actually, I think that will be his place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. I would like to invite you to the private reading with me. Please visit www.psychicvioletta.com. Click Book Online, choose the type of reading, choose the length, choose the date and the time, fill out your informations, click the Pay Now button with your credit card or debit card, and you're all done.